Now first the definition. A phrasal verb is a combination of words, a verb and preposition, or verb plus adverb, that when used together usually take on a different meaning to that of the original verb. Verbs are all action words, but when they are in phrasal verb, when verbs are combined with a preposition or an adverb, whatever their actual meaning is, as a phrasal verb they have some different meaning. For example, see here, break down, checking, tear up. Now, original verbs, they have different meaning. Here you will see, multi-word verbs are verbs which consist of a verb and one or two particles of preposition. For example, up, over, in, down, verbs are there, but particles of preposition is also there. There are three types of multi-word verbs, which are phrasal, prepositional and phrasal prepositional. See, phrasal, prepositional and phrasal prepositional. So these multi-word verbs are of three types and they all are called phrasal verb. Remember, phrasal verbs are multi-word verbs, and there are three types: phrasal, prepositional and phrasal prepositional. They all come under the name the phrasal verb. See, the name phrasal verb we used to refer to all three types. So we will go through all three types. Now, when we use phrasal verb, we use them like normal verbs in sentence, regardless if it's a regular or irregular verb. Now, Ela tore up the letter after she read it. Their car broke down 2 miles out of town. So here we are saying we use them like normal verbs in a sentence, regardless it's a regular or irregular verb. Now phrasal verbs have two parts, main verb and an adverb particle. The most common adverb particles used to form phrasal verbs are around, at, away, down, in, off, on, out, over, round, up. Then with that we make the phrasal verb bring in, go around, look up, put away, take off, etc. Now phrasal verbs can be intransitive, that they have no object, or transitive, that they can have an object, and the situation is different with transitive verbs however. But when they are transitive verbs, the situation is little different. So what is the phrasal verb? We use the phrasal verb when we are adding with a verb, an adverb or a preposition. So when we are adding verb or preposition and adverb with a verb, its actual meaning changes and it gives another meaning to that word. So you have seen there are three types of verbs, multi-words verb, prepositional, phrasal and phrasal prepositional. These three comes under the name phrasal verb. And you are saying phrasal verbs can be intransitive and can be transitive. Intransitive and transitive. In the transitive, the action moves from subject to, from doer to an object. Intransitive, the action doesn't move. For example, he sleeps as though, this is intransitive, and he gives fruit to her. Now, he gives fruit to her, fruit to him, so this is transitive. So you will see that phrasal verb changes. It can be transitive, it can be intransitive. Many phrasal verbs take an object. In most cases, the particle may come before or after the object. See, many phrasal verbs have object. That means these are transitive. And object can come before or after. And if the object is not a personal pronoun like me, you, him, etc., what happened? She brought up 3 kids all alone. See, she brought, this is what? Your particle phrasal verb. This is object. See, brought up what? Brought up. Brought up is a phrasal verb. What? 3 kids all alone. So 3 kids are what? Objects. I brought my children up to be polite. So here you are saying brought up is just before the object, and here I brought my children up, that is after the object. My children is an object, and after the object there is a phrasal verb. So here you are saying before or after the phrasal verb. So we can arrange the sentence accordingly. If the object is a personal pronoun, we always put the pronoun before the particle. I have made some copies. See, we always put the pronoun before the particles. I have. Now you like me to hand them out. Before this, we have put pronoun. Oh, I can't lift you up at anymore. You before the particles, that is prepositional particles. You are too big now. So in this way we arrange the sentences. Now we usually put longer object underlined after the particles. For example, many couples do not want to take on the responsibility of bringing up a large family or 3 or 4 children. So this is all object. The whole big object is there, and so after on we have kept this. That means after the preposition, phrasal verb, we have kept the longer object, and this is object. We can use some phrasal verbs without an object. There we have seen object, it can come before the particle, it can come after the particle, and the longer objects are always after the particle. Now there are some phrasal verbs whether we don't put any object. The taxi broke down on the way to the airport, and I thought I nearly missed my flight. Now that the taxi broke down, this is what? Intransitive. We would better set off before the rush hour traffic starts. This is also intransitive. What time did you wake up this morning? This is again intransitive. So you are seeing in this way we can use the phrasal verb. Prepositional phrase verbs have 2 unseparated parts, a verb and a preposition. Now prepositional verbs always have an object which comes immediately after the preposition. The object can be a noun phrase, a pronoun, or the ing form of a verb. The object can be noun, pronoun, or the ing form in the prepositional verb. I don't like this CD. I don't want to listen to it. Here see, this is object. Somebody broke into his car and stole his radio. Some prepositional verbs take a direct object after the verb followed by the prepositional phrase. For example, some prepositional verbs take a direct object after the verb followed by the prepositional phrase. That means it will be in the middle. How can we protect? This is the direct object, children, from, this is the preposition, dangerous material. So you are saying this is verb, this is direct object, and this is preposition. तो हाँ, we are seeing in between the prepositional verb, we are getting the direct object. Now, phrasal prepositional verbs have three parts: a verb, a particle, and a preposition. So, in phrasal verb, earlier you have seen verb with preposition or an adverb. In the prepositional phrase, you have seen कि they are transitive and intransitive with an object also. Phrasal verb is with an object, without an object. Prepositional verbs are always with an object, and object can be direct or indirect. And in the phrasal prepositional phrase, we are seeing three parts: a verb, a particle, and a preposition. And the particle and preposition cannot be separated. Now, it is in an informal. See here, meaning is difficult to guess in phrasal prepositional phrase. Ken is just chatting to a friend. He will catch up with us in a minute. Catch up with us means reach or join. Do you get on with your neighbors? Get on with means have a good relationship with. So in this way you are seeing what is the verb. It's the original meaning, and is the new meaning is totally different from the original meaning. Now, phrasal prepositional verbs and objects. The object always comes immediately after the preposition and not in any other position. Earlier what we have seen, objects can be before or after or in the middle, but in the phrasal prepositional verbs, the object is immediately after the preposition. She was a wonderful teacher. We all looked up to her. See, object is always immediately after the preposition. Looked up to matlab respected. Some phrasal prepositional verbs also take a direct object after the verb as well as an object of the preposition. For example, she fixed, that is a direct object, us. Say fixed whom? Us. Up with, that is prepositional, a violin teacher. We are really grateful to her. Fixed us up with means arranged for us. So this is the direct object, this is the preposition, and this is the indirect, violin teacher. So you are seeing that after the verb as well as the object of the preposition, we are using phrasal prepositional verb. Why we are doing this chapter? We are doing this chapter so that you can understand what the real phrasal verbs are. Because when you go through the verbs, when we go through the words, action word, when they are combined with preposition or adverb, they gives a different meaning. There is a huge list of phrasal verbs. You will have to go through that, learn it, learn to use it, and then you can make your writing a really beautiful piece of art. But these are the grammatical rules. If you go through the slide again and again, you will understand what to do and how to do. Now, some exercises I have put. His father always taught him not to those people with less. Now, there are two. Look up to, look down on. Answer is always here, but you will have to go through the exercise. Stop complaining and dash your work. Get on with or get over. The boss wants you to hand out or hand in your figures for this month to him. We are going to have to put up or put off. You will have to write our trip to Spain until September. I ran out of or ran into Amit today at the supermarket. It was great to see him. I am so tired of Sophie showing off or showing up her engagement ring all the time. The police would not give up or give in to the kidnapper's demand. I thought I would drop off or drop in for a cup of coffee. Is that okay? Have you ever come forward or come across such an unusual piece of art? It's important to show up or show off on time. Then uplift or lift up your feet when walking. You don't want to trip. The tree was blown up or blown over by the wind. You'll have to find the real answer. You try your own. He took off or took up his hat to show me his new haircut. I just can't seem to get off or get into this book. Now answers are there, but you will have to first go through the questions. First answer is look down on, second is get on with, third is hand in, then put off, then ran into, then showing off, then give in, then drop in, then come across, then show up, then lift up, blown over, took off and get into. Answers are there, but you need to understand the phrasal verb meaning, understand the sentence, what to write there, and then you go through the answer. What have we learned today? We have learned phrasal verb. We have also learned that these multi-word verbs are of three types: prepositional, phrasal and phrasal prepositional, and they all come under the name phrasal verb. So I have given you the idea, the detail of each of the verbs. Go through this slide, learn it, practice the thing. You have in your grammar book many phrasal verbs. Learn it and try to use it in your daily writing. In the next class we will meet again. Till then, have a good revision. Thank you.